if he doesn't possess that authority over you, if you don't respect him in that way as an alpha or a masculine, someone that you feel that you can listen to or take direction
But isn't
from.
it illogical for a woman to not respect the person that they're opening their legs to?
Yes, it is. But that's the point. It's like, why are you even with that man if you don't respect him, if you don't see him as a leader? If you
What's good? What's the word, everybody? Welcome. Before we even start anything, I just want to say big shout outs to the Jets, feel me? And get with the program, baby. But make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification button for more content. Let's get right to it, man.
We got Holiday Tone sending $5. Shout out to the big homies on the couch. Ladies, if you were in a burning building, what sex would you prefer to come and save you? Stop the cap, okay?
Man.
Let's start with you.
A man.
A man.
Oh, like what gender? Okay.
Yeah, what gender?
I mean, a man, obviously.
Man, okay. You?
Okay.
A man, duh.
An alpha man.
Okay.
That's not even a question. A man.
All right.
man.
A man. All right. They all passed. They passed that test. We got Carter Benjamin sends in $2. He says, ladies, why can you follow your boss, but not a man?
Here we go.
I mean,
Let's start with you.
That doesn't.
This is generally speaking. It's not maybe just specifically about you, but generally speaking, why can women follow their boss, but they can't really follow their men?
I wouldn't say that they can't. It's a choice.
Okay. Well, why don't they want to? Why do they want to follow their boss, but they don't want to follow their man? Generally speaking.
Generally speaking, it's a lacking of authority. So when you have a boss, this person supplies you with your finances. They help you with your survival. They automatically come with this authoritative alpha figure or persona to them.
Okay.
And then they establish a sense of respect. And if, let's say, it's a big company or a corporation or everything like that, you're not the only person that has to respect them. Everyone else does. So naturally, you're going to fall in line. So which your man is kind of like,
She's not wrong.
if he doesn't possess that authority over you, if you don't respect him in that way as an alpha or a masculine, someone that you feel that you can listen to or take direction
But isn't
from.
it illogical for a woman to not respect the person that they're opening their legs to?
Yes, it is. But that's the point. It's like, why are you even with that man if you don't respect him, if you don't see him as a leader, if you
Yeah.
don't?
So
in
then the
that
question
case,
is like, generally speaking, not y'all, but all women in general, right? And y'all kind of know, like, yeah, girl, she doing good, she got a good job, or not even a good job. Women tend to, choose men that get into relationships where they don't really respect that guy, but they respect the boss. The boss say, coming at this time, do this, they doing it. The man say anything, breathe the wrong way. What? I'm posting the thirst trap the next day, and they looking for a replacement. They monkey branching immediately.
I think the main reason why, sorry to stop this real quick, but I just have to say it. I think the main reason why a lot of the times some women will follow the orders of their boss rather than their man is because they understand that there are consequences to their actions. So if their boss command them to do something and they refuse to do it, the consequence would be that she would basically get fired, right? And if men mainly want that to change, you'd have to disqualify these girls, man. That's what it is. And a lot of y'all guys ain't willing to do that, man. A lot of y'all guys are too scared to do that. So until y'all willing to do that, don't complain about dealing with a woman that ain't gonna follow your lead. This is what it is.
So since women are in a relationship with a man, and that's who they spread their legs open to, and they get dominated, and they're submissive, and sex is the most ultimate form of submission. So they're doing the most ultimate form of submission, but not respecting their man. So their boss, that's not the ultimate form of submission, working for someone, labor work, it's a submissive act, but it's not as submissive of laying on your back and getting railed and wanting it as well, desiring it. You get what I'm saying? That's very submissive. Doing all the things, the hak-tu and all that. I'm just saying though, when you're trying to differentiate the two, like why don't women want to submit to their man that they choose, but they submit to the boss?
Because
you get a good answer, but I just wanted to say that to open up your mind a little bit. What about you, Grace?
I mean, not like me, because I would follow a man, but
Generally, yeah.
I think like women follow social media, and on social media, it's like be independent. So when you follow a man, like social media is gonna clown you.
Okay, fair enough. Good answer. What about you?
She's kind of right to a degree.
I don't know if it really has anything to do with more of like I don't think they would look at it that way. Like I feel like when they look at it as their job, it's like they're looking at it as like that's their authority. Like they have to follow that or they're not good enough or being, I don't know, like a boss babe or enough. And
Okay.
I guess when you think of like a relationship, that's probably where they feel more comfortable to like be able to push back, to have that kind of talk back that they might not have at work or with their boss. So it could just really be like they might
No
just feel more
consequences.
comfortable with their man to be able to disrespect them, which would also make me wonder with why would a man stay with a woman who doesn't follow his lead too. So I think it kind of goes both ways.
Fair enough. What about you?
She's right.
I mean, generally speaking, I kind of agree with her and
Okay.
her.
So social media and kind of just like, you know,
Yeah, her as well.
Oh, okay,
yeah, I forgot her
okay.
name.
Jody.
Jody.
Got
I
it.
kind of agree with her and what she said. And
Is
as
that
well
authority
as her,
factor?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just feel like some people or females kind of feel. I don't want to say obligated to, respect their boss or and that type of thing, but I just feel like they feel like it's more of an obligation.
Okay.
When it
Like it's more
comes-
socially accepted to respect the boss rather than the man because like she said, social media praise you for it.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
I mean, me and like I'm speaking in general. I feel like a woman would only listen to her boss more if her man doesn't really provide for her. Because I feel like if the man is fully providing and she's only working because she wants to, then she's gonna obviously like listen to her man more, and the boss is just kind of there like whatever. Because like if I lose my job, it's like so what? Like I'm still good. But
Okay.
if she needs the job, I feel like that's where she wouldn't really respect her man because it's like you need to shut up. I need to go make this money because you're obviously not providing.
Got it.
That's how I see it. But no.
I mean, I understand to a degree what she's saying. For the job, she needs the job, so she's gonna do everything and be on her best behavior. I think that's what she's trying to get at with what she's saying. And as far as in like a lot of the times, the society push out the agenda that you don't need a man. A lot of the times, the things that you don't need, you don't really appreciate as much. But the things that you do need in life, you're gonna show that you appreciate those things. You're gonna show that you cherish those things. So society pushes the agenda to not need men. A lot of the times, most people won't know the value of men. They won't want to appreciate the value of men. So if they hear a man saying something to them, it's like, man, I don't care. I provide for myself. You don't provide for me. And this is why a lot of men should be able to provide enough for them and their women.
What about you?
I'm on the same page with Rosita. Honestly, a woman's not gonna feel like she needs to listen to her boss more unless
Yeah.
her man isn't doing her job. Which, for example, shouts out to my boy KB Knuckles Brim, 2Ms. He's a really good provider for his family. He does whatever he needs to.
That's your man?
As a man for his family, so his girl just has to sit back and just relax and doesn't have to do anything.
Wait, you talking about your man?
No, my man does the same exact
Okay.
thing. I mean, I don't really have to work.
Y'all
I
only been
choose to
together
work.
for a month. Who paid the bills?
He pays the bills. Shit. I don't even have to pay for
So that's why
nothing.
you moved
no
so
bills
fast.
came in yet.
He was
I
like,
mean-
"Oh, Poppy, you pay bills? Come on, we moved together."
No, real shit.
Your name on the
Honestly,
lease?
this is the first time I've actually experienced an
Your name
alpha
on the
male.
lease?
Both of our names are on the
no.
lease.
Okay, both of them. Who negotiated that? You?
No, we just both agreed upon
Okay,
it.
fair enough, fair
but
enough.
yeah, so I mean, if your man's not doing his job as an alpha male
Yeah, I
to
mean,
provide,
crazy.
then I mean, you should listen to your man over a boss any day.
Okay.
Period.
Shot be keeping it real too. Okay, fair enough. All right, we got Ease. You want anything on that?
No, okay.
Okay, we got Gus sends into and ladies. I'm just getting through the super chats, but anytime during this, y'all could ask questions. So if something comes up, don't hold back. Ask the question. We got Gus sends in $2. If you're and starting now because we got too many super chats, not going to be able to get to them all. So starting now, chat. I'm only reading super chats over $10. So if it's under $10, not going to read it today because it's a lot we got to get through. It's a lot of people that's tuning in, so you got to send some in $10 or more to be read. But I do appreciate all y'all support. We got Gus in $2. If you're masculine and feminine, I'm a smart retard. So I think he was talking about you. We got.
Say that.
Well, you said that men are. You said women are. Or maybe
That
it was
woman
you.
said it.
Yeah, maybe it was you that said it.
But she is right. Everybody has masculine. and
Yeah, we
feminine
possess
energy.
both.
Okay, we got Queen Lala sends in $5. Why is it okay for ladies to gender shift between masculine and feminine energy, yet men have to be masculine and tolerate women's toxic energy shift?
They don't have to.
Okay.
It's a choice and a social pressure, but they don't have to.
Let's change it. Women expect men to.
That's subjective.
It's general.
Okay,
Generally
I
speaking,
would
we
say
know
this.
that those women,
That's not
because it
subjective.
came from what you said before. You said, well, women, you said me, sometimes I got to be out there working and I got to put on my get into my masculine energy. When I come home, then I'm in my feminine energy. When I'm, around my family, feminine energy, stuff like that. So you said, I know how to differentiate the two and turn it off and on. So Queen Lala, she's a woman. She said, why is it okay for women to gender shift between masculine and feminine energy, yet men have to be masculine all the time and tolerate a woman's toxic energy when she's shifting? Because when a woman shifts to masculine energy, that's toxic.
As I'm in the midst of applying for residency right now, wish me luck, Grammarly has again been a lifesaver with my application.
No, not necessarily.
Because women always.
Let me ask you a question. So if a woman switching, if a woman not switching, so when a woman switches to the masculine energy, if that's not toxic, so here's a question. When a man switches over to feminine energy, is that not toxic?
Yeah.
I'm asking her.
Oh, sorry.
I would say it's not a matter of switching. It's a matter of finding the balance
But
between.
answer that. I got you, but answer that question though.
If they switch from masculinity to femininity,
A man.
yes, then it would become toxic.
Okay,
it
stop,
could be.
Stop
It
right
could
there.
be,
Stop right
yes.
there. So there's the contradiction. There's the problem, right? So if, because let's just speak about it logically. Men are masculine. I'm masculine all day. But what if some days I'm like, you know what? This month you pay the bills. This month you go take out the garbage and mow the lawn. This month, you know what? I'm gonna get my toes done, get a mani and pedi, and I'm wear heels on Saturday nights.
Oh, no.
You know what I'm saying? I'm in my full feminine energy, right?
That's like kind of
That is, but listen, and not only that, I'm in my full feminine energy. I'm emoting more. I'm more emotional. I'm arguing and bickering at little things that you do.
Yep, and he's
right?
staying- and he's gonna
so
stay-
all of these things that I'm doing, I'm expressing more of my feminine energy. I would all say that that's toxic when a man is expressing that, right?
Disgusting.
It's disgusting. Exactly, right?
Right.
So when a woman is feminine, but she wants to turn on that switch and become more masculine, more rambunctious, more non-agreeable, more assertive, more dominant, that is toxic.
So
That's what
in
we're
that
saying.
case,
is.
yes, I agree
Yeah.
with you. It
And it's also
becomes toxic.
disgusting.
Yes,
for us
it
too.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my answer
Yeah.
to that is no, you don't have to deal with it, but I feel like every person should find the balance between the two and be emotional intelligent about it.
There's no balance in it, man. The only balance is this, man. Men are supposed to be men. Women are supposed to be women. I'm sorry. You two may not like me saying this, but I'm going to have to beep it. Men are meant to be masculine. Being masculine is being a man. Being feminine is being a woman. It's nothing wrong with that. And I think everyone should accept that and be happy about that. Feel me? That is the balance. Men need women. Women need men. That's the balance. There's no, I'm both, so I'm balanced myself. Nah, it's not. That's impossible. You're either one or the other. You can't say you're both. That's not how it works. You can portray yourself to be both and act like you're both, but in reality, you're not both. You're one. So you have to pick which one you want to really be. You feel me? And if you choose not to do that, then you have to accept everything that comes with it. And I think that's something that a lot of people have a hard time accepting. Me, I know I'm a masculine man. You feel me? And I ain't changing that for nobody, man. You feel me? I ain't changing that for nobody. And this right here, like, the reality is being shown in 4K right there of how, like, they can say that they are both masculine and feminine, but when they actually encounter a man that is masculine or have feminine traits, they just automatically see it as disgusting or as a turn off. You get what I'm saying? And that's how men feel when men see women who have masculine traits. It's a turn off. We're not turned on by it. It actually turns us off because we don't want to be with another guy. We're trying to be with a nice, calm, chill, decent, smooth, feminine woman. You get what I'm saying? Soft woman. You get what I'm saying? We're not trying to deal with a guy unless you mess with the other side. And that's on you. You could go ahead and do that if you mess with the other side. But, hey, we just want feminine, soft-spoken women. That's it, man. Keep playing.
Emotionally.
What do you mean find a balance between the two? I think women should be feminine at all times, just like women expect men to be masculine at all times. Women do expect us men to deal with it because they always say, you got to be able to handle me. I hate that
So
shit.
let me.
We don't want to handle nothing.
So let me ask you this: when you have a woman as a partner, right? Let's say you're working towards a goal or something like that. Your woman is your helpmate, right? So how would you expect her to help you in her fully feminine energy?
I mean, if I'm achieving a goal, because all the goals that I achieved in my life, I did without a woman. So
Okay.
if I'm on the verge of achieving a goal, I just want to have my back, support me, and just do the little things. Because guys, we don't expect or want much from women. You know what I'm saying? We already know what we have to do. We know how to do it. All we just need is women to do the little things that we don't have time for, so we can focus on the goals.
Okay.
So I just need her to do the little things.
Can I say something?
So
Sure.
I appreciate that, but what I'm saying is, when I say
Right
balance,
after, I got you.
I guess maybe I'm just speaking for myself.
Okay.
Where I have duality. So like I said, when I'm working, it's not that I'm aggressive, but it's like I'm structured. I'm like, all right, we
You're
got to do
assertive.
this, we're this, and that, and the third. But I still have
I think
my
the real
natural
question is, though,
feminine energy.
here's the thing. Here's the kicker, right? When women say that they could turn it off and on, I don't think that's true. You can't turn it off and on. Because, let's just think about it. If I'm turning on feminine energy, I'm masculine, right? But then I turn on feminine energy for a week, and all those things that I described, right? Argumentative, I'm emoting more, I'm nitpicking, I'm flamboyant at some moments. That's like embedded into my character, right? So that's no off and on. Yeah, I can express it more than other times, but that's still there, right? That's still there. It's still going to come up even with like the way you are at work. You're saying that you're more masculine at work. I'm saying that when you're at home, you maybe suppress it, but certain characteristic traits within you are still going to pop up in a relationship. That's just, it is what it is, because human beings don't really do a full 360. We're not no light switch. There's no off and on, only besides when the man is horny, he get turned on like a light switch.
But that's the whole point.
That's the only difference between that's
the whole
different.
point about balance.
But well, no, that I see what you're saying about balance, but we're pretty much what the super chat is saying, like, answer this part, like, why do women expect the man to deal with the woman turning it off? So they got to deal with some of that toxic energy sometimes. But we as men, we always have to be in our natural form of being masculine. But y'all could kind of, let's find a balance between the two. So her question is like, well, that doesn't make sense if men have to.
Because I don't expect that from my man. I value a man who expresses his emotions and is aware of his emotions, but still asserts his masculinity. Like, you can still be a man, but still express yourself. And I open space for both. I don't.
You generally may have a threshold of how much of a feminine nature that you can deal with in a man, but
Absolutely.
Generally speaking, not only that, even you still have a limit. You have a threshold, but you have a limit.
Yeah, just like
so
a man
the
has a
thing
limit.
is, men don't have a limit when it comes to dealing with a feminine woman.
Facts.
We don't have no limit when it comes to a woman emoting with us and a woman being vulnerable with us. We have no limit. Men are made and born to be a rock for the woman's emotions to fall on. It's much different. It's a whole different dynamic. We're built for it. But you're not built to be having a man throw all his emotions on you. You're not a rock in a relationship. You look for a leader. If that is the case, then you're going to be, looking for another option. Resentment will grow. So I'm saying that generally speaking, like, men were built for it. Women aren't built for it. So I don't think that's good to even say that, well, yeah, I want a man that, can emote and be vulnerable. I would say that you shouldn't even be looking for those characteristic traits in a man, because you'll start to turn and you start to even look for beta type of men.
The thing about that is, too, a lot of the times when certain women say that they want that, they actually turn and become the man in that relationship. And then when they realize that they're running the whole relationship, it turns them off because they see that the guy is starting to become way too soft. And it leads to disrespect in a relationship and just making someone else feel like they're lesser than. You feel me? I've seen this happen so many times. And people know this, but they refuse to accept it. That's just the reality of life, man. If you want a soft dude, a lot of the times, man, you ain't gonna respect them. It has to be masculine and feminine. Feel me? You have to pick and choose your battles. Pick and choose which one you want to be. That's what it is. Now, to me, I say this: be what God created you to be. Simple as that. You feel me? Now, if you don't want to go down that route, you accept everything that comes with it. As a man, if you want to be with a masculine woman, be with her, but understand that, when her masculine traits start to show, don't complain. As a woman, you want to be masculine, be with a feminine man, accept him being feminine, and don't complain. That is what it is.
Those are the characteristic traits, like we spoke about in the Bible, that leads men astray.
Do men want a woman that they feel comfortable in to express their emotions in, or do you not want to express how you feel? Because women, the reason we like that is because we are like you said, we're emotional creatures. Like, that's how we feel the world as men see it almost. So if we think of if you're really stoic, right, and we don't know what you're feeling, sometimes we overthink it.
That's because you asked, do men want the woman to be more like a man? No.
I'm asking if you want specific for your woman, do you want her to be a safe place for you to come to her and be with your emotions?
No, I would say that men generally, we don't care.
You don't care. So when you're feeling that way, who do you go to deal with your emotions?
Oh man, because a lot of you women say you want your man to open up emotionally about how he's feeling, but most men know that once a man gets emotional and expresses feelings towards a woman, it's just only a matter of time so she gets turned off by that, looks looks at him as weak, and women love to throw
Throw it in her face.
throw it in your face, and all
She
was-
Oh, you
You know what I'm
cried when we
saying?
was on vacation,
So,
nigga. Yeah.
so most
They'll throw it
men we
in your
know
face.
that. So like, if we feel some kind of way, we'll probably be like, babe, I feel some kind of way. Just give me some space, and I'm gonna be all right. That space is us going to go talk to our boys, because guys that know women know not to vent.
Right.
You know what I mean? And be vulnerable to women, because all you women say that until you actually get that guy, then you guys get immediately turned off.
Oh, I feel like I like when a man
Yeah,
communicates
I'm
to me,
about
like
to
you
say
just
that
said, like
real
I'm
quick.
going
Come
through
on.
something.
That'd be the situation that happens a lot of the times, like where they will tell you they want you to open up, and a lot of times it sounds good. Like, I don't think they really mean it. It sounds good to say because it shows that, okay, that, oh, she cares. But be very careful and be very mindful of what you express, because talking and expressing yourself to a woman is like being vulnerable with a woman is like talking to the D's, yo. It's like talking to the cops. Whatever you say or do may be used against you in a court of law. That's how it is with women. It will be used against you. You feel me? And it's not like they purposely do it. It's that some of them are very impulsive, and when they get emotional, they just lose it and they just start saying something. You feel me? It could even be like y'all having a debate, y'all having a conversation and stuff like that, and it could get into like a little mini argument, and there's certain attitudes that just snap out and come up because they're not really thinking straight a lot of the times. They're very impulsive. They just quick to react. And as for some men just be like, you know what, man, I'm going to just be quiet and keep it pushing and not say nothing. And maybe when things quiet down, I'm going to talk to her and we're going to figure things out and keep it pushing. And then some guys that will go back and forth with them. Feel me? My advice would be in those kind of situations when she start acting up sometimes, just walk away, man. Don't even entertain the conversation or argue with her. Just let her talk to herself. Let her argue with herself, man. Eventually, when she get tired, she's going to shut the hell up. No. But let's keep playing.
I need a space or whatever, but there's some men who don't say anything at all and kind of like
Blow
wall
up.
you out and block you out, and like to be blocked out from a man.
So at that
is
point, that's when
Well,
you
no,
like,
well, that point, this is what it is. You're trying to change your man into a woman. Like I said, you said I'm wrong, but no, I'm right. The things that you're looking for from a man is things that you have in you. The man is a man and you're a woman. So you're looking for him to emote. You're looking for him to express his feelings to you. A real masculine man, that's not his place. He don't do that. He don't operate like that. He's very analytical and tactical with his behaviors and the way he approaches life and his worldview. He's not looking to, cry on be vulnerable with his woman or tell his woman, situations that she don't need to even be worried about. A real man that knows his position, well, I'm here to make my woman have a very comfortable life. So why would I know that she's more vulnerable than me and she has more emotions than me. So why would I put my situation on her when I know she can't handle it like I can? And I know it's my job to handle it for her. So a real man, you're trying to change the dynamic. Women shouldn't be looking for these beta men. This is what I'm trying to tell you. The characteristic traits that you're looking for from a man is very beta. It's very flamboyant type feminine men, and it leads the world astray. It's just the facts.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
So where's the limit?
Of
So
what?
how he just said, like, just give me some space. That's communication.
Yeah.
That's expressing
Communication is fine.
Yeah, that's expressing a level of vulnerability to where it doesn't take you out of your element, but also doesn't have you pouring into us. It doesn't mean when I'm saying I'm holding space for vulnerability from my man, that doesn't mean I'm sitting here wanting to turn you into a woman and say, cry on my shoulder, babe. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying say something, because of the understanding that if you suppress too much, you're going to, it's a good chance that you're going to blow up, and it can trickle
So-
down and affect me.
So I-
So I need to be protected. Not only of myself, but my household and you and your mental state and everything else around.
Well, if a
Do I
man
need to
blows
control
up,
you?
that's still your
Honestly speaking, whenever guys, all right, girls, I'm gonna just tell y'all, man. Whenever a guy just blocks you out, it's not happening for no reason. It's because he's probably noticed something in you that has a habit of just popping out, and he probably already communicated it to you, and you listened to it, but you didn't understand it. You get what I'm saying? There's a difference between listening and hearing. You get what I'm saying? I'm sorry. This is what it is. You can listen and not be paying real attention. You know what I mean? That's what it really is, man. Some people literally be like, yeah, I listened to you, but you still doing it again. I heard you, but I still did it again. I heard you. You heard me, but did you understand what I was saying, though? There's certain traits and certain characteristics that will show. And when guys see that them expressing themselves is not being appreciated, what they do is they start to like pull away from you because they see that everything that they're telling you is not being acknowledged and it's not being respected. So when it's not being respected, they just gonna completely shut off and block off. And a lot of the times, all that takes is just a day or two to cool off, and then they'll talk to you regularly as if nothing happened. But if they're calling you and trying to talk to you, and then you're still moving in a weird, nonchalant kind of way or manner, or disregarding how they feel, or how they were treated, they're gonna just keep pulling away more and more and more. Eventually, they're just never gonna talk to you again, because they realize that it's no changing this. There's nothing that's gonna evolve from this. There's nothing positive that's coming from this right now, and it's just gonna get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. It's not being made up for. You feel me? Instead of just being backtracked more and more and more. And that's what it really is. A lot of guys ain't gonna tell you, but that usually be the case. Especially when they're expressing something to you and you change the topic, change the conversation, or deflect from it. That is when a guy knows now, okay, I can definitely not express myself to her. I just told you about something that's very important to me, and you just disregarded it just to talk about something else. Or I just expressed something real important to me, and you just was in La La Land, just looking around with nothing to say. That's what it comes to.
I don't need to control
There
you.
are men, so you're thinking about the dynamic wrong. If you choose a man that's gonna be blowing up because he can't handle his emotions, he just had a beta moment. Right?
That's a
That's something
man.
that's a feminine type of man. So
Facts.
I've never, in masculine men, the guys that I hang around with, we don't express our emotions outwardly. We deal with it internally. So then
voice.
when we expressing things outwardly, we're not being emotional and vulnerable. Right? So that's what I truly think. But what you had, Issa?
Yeah, but no, I was gonna say is like some guys are good at communicating that, saying, "Hey, look, I need some space. I'm in the mood. Let me be." And then you got guys that aren't as good at expressing themselves. So with those guys, the best thing you can do is say, "Look, hey, babe, look, I see that you're not happy. You feel some kind of way. Why don't you go talk to one of your boys, or why don't you go out and do something fun or whatever?"
Just encourage what's already
Exactly.
in their nature. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
because. I'm sorry, not every guy's the same. Not all of us know how to communicate. You know what I mean? It's just the truth.
Facts.
But just by showing support, just by acknowledging that he's feeling some kind of way, be like, hey, you want me to cook your favorite food? Or hey, you want me to do this for you? Do something that he likes? Or
You can nurture. That's the time to
Right,
nurture.
It's like
Just be supportive from a
it's
distance.
like we all have that one friend that won't say sorry, but they'll be like, let's say you argue with a friend or whatever, and they don't say sorry, but they'll say sorry, but like, hey, so you trying to go to the mall? Or you want something to eat?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's the way you handle a relationship.
Right,
if you can
right.
sense, right? Women like to say they're very intuitive. So if you can sense that your man is going through something and he maybe don't want to express it, instead of being nitpicky and like, oh baby, please tell me what's going on, just be in the supportive role and the nurturing role, and be there to support him instead of wanting to like find out and want these emotions for him to put them on you when who knows if you can handle him or not. So just let him be a man and you be a woman, be nurturing and let him be masculine.